Hello, welcome to another pedal out video. So today we're going to test the stock exhaust system on the 2011 Lotus Evora S to see whether it's quieter enough or quiet enough to be able to go on this, a Goodwood track day at the end of Feb, where there is a limit of decibels, 98 decibels. Okay, so I've done a bit of research into whether or not this car is quiet enough to meet this 98 decibel limit in stock form. It's a stock Evora S from 2011. There's no fancy exhaust, no other modifications, although the valve does open when you hit the sport mode button. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the car out, we're going to get the decibel meter set up on the iPhone, and we're going to see what the result is. Let's find out. Back of the car here we've got an iPhone. We haven't got any microphone. Maybe we should try it with a microphone. Comment in below whether you think this should really be done with a microphone. But we've got a decibel meter app. You can kind of see the ambient decibel rating there, and we've got obviously our exhaust. So we'll pitch our little iPhone there. Let's not run over the blooming thing. And our exhaust, we'll start it up, we'll rev it in normal mode. Well, we'll let it warm up, then we'll rev it, get it up to operating temperature, rev it up to about 4,000 revs. So if you've ever been to a track day, you know they have little devices on the end of a pole, quite clever thing. They shove it around there and then they get you to kind of rev it up to about 4,000. So we'll do that, we'll see what comes out on here, and then we'll also do it on sport mode, get the valve open and do that, and probably in the process annoy all of the neighbours. Right, cold day. Let's get it started, and then we'll go out and have a quick check, see what it is. Right, here we go. Turn that immobiliser off. Okay. It's on tick over. Let's go and have a look what the decibel reading says. It's running just under 98 decibels, which is the limit of this track day. It's settling down now. It's down to 97 now. Crikey, when we rev it, when it's warmed up, it'll be interesting to see what it does. Right, so we'll let it warm up and then we'll come back and see what it's out when it's at full operating temperature. Right, I've done some reading actually. That would have made sense to do this at the start. Goodwood website has guidance on the rev or the decibel test that they do. So they get you to essentially make sure your car isn't over 105 decibels or 98 decibels. I'm guessing mine's 98 because it's a 98 decibel track day, so it's a quiet one basically. 98 or lower. When you rev the car to 2/3 of its maximum amount of revs, so maximum amount of revs on here is 9, so we're going to take it up to 6,000 rev, and you've got to be half a metre away. So I've measured that, we're half a metre away, and we're going to jump back in the car. I'm just going to go up and check that, jump back in the car and rev it up to 6,000, non-sport mode. The car's nicely warmed up now, we're kind of nearly at kind of full operating temperature. See what the result is. Okay, so as you can see, we've got science involved to some extent. This goes down to 50. Look, there you go. Let's just check on. Yeah, we'll load the app up. See where we are with decibel. Okay, don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. So we've just had the car idling. So I restarted the app after the initial startup, and you can see the most we've got up to so far is 83.4. Okay, so we're going to position this, rev this car up, now it's at operating temperature, rev it up to 6,000 revs and see what the decibel comes out at. The things you do for cars. Right, back in the car. Temperature, here, up to temperature. Revs idling, what were you there, 600 RPMs? Right, we're going to take it around to 6. Here we go. Right, 6 now. 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 Interestingly, we got the warning lights telling us we shouldn't have gone that high, but there we go. Let's do that one more time. Let's go and check. Back end of the car, still ticking over. Can you see our max RPM there? Right wrongly, somewhat annoyingly, is 109.3. That's the arguably that's higher than 105, which means, I mean, this is a stock Evora S. That's pretty loud at 6,000 RPM. I need to do a bit more research. Maybe we have to go in another car. I'll maybe try the Audi next. We'll get the Audi TT because that passed Bedford ages ago, and that was quiet as a mouse on stock. But yeah, that's not even on sport mode with the valve open. So we'll open the valve actually in a minute and then see what difference that makes. Let's do that now. We've reset the decibel meter. We're up to about 80.2 now, back idling, but we're going to switch the sport valve on. Here we go. Those of you who don't know, it's this one. Revs go up. Be interesting to see what we're at now. Crikey. So straight away, idle mode. In sport mode with the valve open, decibels go up to 101. You can see the jump on the display. Oh, crikey. Right, back in the car. We're in sport mode. We're definitely up to operating temperature. So there, we were on a 101 decibels. We're going to rev it and annoy the heck out of the neighbours up to 6,000, and we're going to see what the decibel reading is. This will be interesting. Let's do it. It got up to 115. Ooh. We've tested the Evora there. We're going to give the same a go on, you can see it, the Audi TT. So the Audi TT's warmed up and it's idling at about 85 decibels. Now the Evora in non-sport mode, just normal tick over, was idling around 80 decibels. So this is about 5 decibels more, so not as quiet as that cool sophisticated Toyota engine. Once you put the sport mode button on and the valves open, or the valve opens on the Evora, the idle goes straight to 100 decibels pretty much, like 20 decibels more for a valve opening. That's really demonstrates the difference that valve makes to the car, which is quite cool. We're going to rev the Audi. We're going to just do a little test. We can only go up to 7,000. Okay, we're going to take it to 4,000 and we'll see what the decibel reading is. Okay. Let's go and have a look. In conclusion, either the Evora is a lot louder than I thought and too loud for the Goodwood 98 decibel track day, or the app on the iPhone decibel meter thing is completely wrong. Let's hope the app on the iPhone is wrong, but I don't think they are. Anyway, the results are, when this car is idling at half a meter away, the decibel noise level is around 80 decibels. It revs, when you rev it round 3/4, I think we got to like 6,000-7,000 RPM, it gets to about 105 decibels. So, and actually a bit over, so even like the 105 decibel track day, this thing's probably, I don't know, dare I say, without some proper test equipment, might not even do it. If you know different, please tell me, write in the comments and tell me that I'm being a complete idiot and it'll all be fine. That would be really good. I'd like to hear that. If you put this in S mode and you open those valves up, the idle of this thing's crazy. It goes up by 20 decibels and shoots up to 100 decibels. And then bizarrely the revenue up to 7,000 still remains kind of around the 105. It's a bit louder, it's kind of 107, but all the things I've heard, when you measure in decibels, a little increase in sound and noise on the decibel meter actually in reality sounds a lot louder. So obviously the S and the valve doing what it needs to do when it pops open makes this thing louder, does really work. You compare that to the Audi TT. The Audi TT has a slightly louder idle volume. It's around 85 decibels when idling, but when you rev it up to like 4,000 or 5,000 RPM, it only goes up to 7 on the red line. It gets to about 97 decibels, one below the Goodwood track day. Can you guess which car I'm going to end up taking on the Goodwood track day. It's probably going to be the Audi TT. Hope you enjoyed this little video about noise on the Evora, stock Evora S. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to the channel for more car videos coming soon. Cheers.